live. We are live. Welcome to College Football's Peek Around the Corner with your host, Greg Flugar. We cover everything in college football because we love everything in college football. And if you love everything in college football, please subscribe to our channel. Smash the like button if you like our content. Share the video with your family and friends if you want to support this college football's rebel outpost. If you want to support the home for the college football sickos with a donation, help us keep the lights on and keep this channel growing, just hit that dollar sign where you make a comment and I'll get you super chat as quick as I possibly can. Welcome everybody into the studio that sits on the corner, the very corner of Keith Jackson Parkway and Kurt Gowdy Avenue. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid to become a legend with your comments and with your phone calls. Thanks everybody for joining us. It's going to be a very memorable night. I got a feeling that the TCU Horned Frogs are sitting there in the locker room. No, I think they're out in the field warming up. They may be back in the locker room. I don't know. Wherever they are, they're sitting there going, all right. I see what's going on here. We got a game in which the Horned Frogs are favored by 3.5. 3.5 points. We're walking into North Carolina. We've got Josh Hoover. We are the favorites. But yet, all the attention is on Carolina Blue. And I'm wondering, I got a feeling that the Horned Frogs are sitting there ready to ambush the Tar Heels. By the way, we are going to get this over with. And we're going to do it right now. Greg the Gold is not showing up this week. He took week 0 off. He took week 1 off. Let's see here. The games that the PATC Einsteins got correct. So far, out of 12 games, we did 13 games. The PATC Einsteins got Georgia Tech correct, Ohio State correct, Florida State correct, and South Carolina correct. The PATC Einsteins have gone 4-8. While Greg the Cooler got Georgia Tech correct, Florida State correct, Utah correct, Greg the Cooler went 3-9. So the Einsteins did one game better than Greg the Cooler, even though you had a winning percentage of 33%. We both took TCU tonight, -3.5. I'm not going to play the Greg the Cooler music tonight. Not for pregame. That is for tomorrow. No, we're not going to. We are going to have some music, though. We are going to have some music. Before the game begins, before kickoff, because of the generosity of Preston from Greensboro, North Carolina, And because of the special evening, per the rules. Now, Ryan Brooks, I did not see your donation. I saw your donation, Ryan Brooks, LSU Tiger. Do you know how hard it is to get less than... We're not going to talk about... I just wanted to give the information out. I don't want to delve into it tonight. There's too much going on. People came here to enjoy a watch party for the PATC community to talk about this game. Not about how much of a loser I am. That's not what people came here to watch. So let's get that straight right off the bat. Being reelected mayor to Loserville City in a landslide, by the way. This is not what we're talking about tonight. But, Ryan Brooks, number one, I do apologize to you. By the way, congratulations on a big win. And I think Clemson's still going to go to the playoffs. If LSU would have lost that game, they're going to go. This is a different LSU team. This is a more physical LSU team. You've got yourself a running back. You've got yourself a defense. Congratulations to the LSU Tigers. And once Clemson, God, I'm going off the beaten path here once again. We're talking football, so I have to go on every... I'm not disappointed in Clemson. Well, I'm not disappointed in much what I saw with Clemson. Their defense, physical, it was good. A lot of good things. But the one thing I don't quite understand is you did not have your young running backs ready to play. Just because Gideon Davison missed a block on a pass play, he did not get in any more. Either you got to give your freshman running back a little bit of grace, or you got to prep them better. Clemson's got to settle in on their young running backs, not Randall. They got to settle in on their true running back. We'll talk about Clemson later on this week. We don't have time. We do not have time. And by the way, congratulations to the Florida State Seminoles. Completely dominated. We talked about it. Completely dominated Alabama, in my opinion. I do not have Alabama making the playoffs. We do have Alabama. We do have their head coach now, number 2 on the PATC hot seat. I still have to change this heading. This is heading into week 2. I will change that here. Again, I don't have time. We are very busy here. There are stories we're working on. There is there's an update on the Holy Smokes Theater we're working on. I got to tell you guys, we're working on a lot of things. Heisman Watch. We got Garrett Nussmeier, number 2. We got John Mateer. We got Carson Beck. We got Jalen Daniels. We got Drew Aller again. We'll talk about all of that later on this week. But Ryan Brooks. I did not see your super chat to have me sing Calling Baton Rouge until basically I was saying bye to everybody on the last watch party. Number 2, I cannot sing that song. I can't even talk that song. I can't even spit out the words that fast. So I'm not able to do that song. So I apologize, Ryan Brooks. I will not be able to do that song. However, because of the generosity of Preston Greensboro, North Carolina, we are going to do a rendition, a PATC rendition of Carolina in My Mind. And we're going to do it before kickoff. So, you've got a couple of options. You can grin it and bear it. You can try to survive it. You can tap the mute button. Or, you can get the dogs out of the room. Get your wife and children out of the room. Because nothing is going to stop. Nothing is going to stop the fat guy from Minnesota singing Carolina in My Mind before this historic game. Bill Belichick, the Hall of Fame, legendary head football coach, NFL, New England Patriots, Cleveland Browns. First college football game for North Carolina. It is tonight. So we are going to do that before kickoff. And I'm probably not going to give you I'm going to give you like a 2 seconds heads up. 2 second heads up. So, as Jeff Olson, a dear friend of mine, stay clear of the mirrors. Do your best to survive it. Do best to survive it. All right. Thank you. I appreciate it. Well, let's see what you think about after this performance. Okay? Let's, you might want to reevaluate after this performance tonight. And again, we're going to do that here pretty soon. I want to do a roll call. But before that, holy smokes. We got a super chat from Kerry Gold Knows. If you want to do this thing right, you should do an ESPN pick'em. Anything else makes zero sense. Just saying because my picks are looking pretty damn good. Thank you, Kerry Knowles. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for your generosity. We're not going to do an ESPN pick'em. We do it the way we do it. You Einstein's got to vote on it. This is a democracy. You got to vote on it. You got to be able to tell your people in the chat room, this is what we should do. We should avoid this team. You Einsteins as a collective got to go against the brilliance of Greg the Gold whenever he decides to show up. Thank you, Kerry Gold Knows. I appreciate the super chat. Appreciate it. Nothing can hurt me tonight. Watching all the Notre Dame and Alabama fans meltdown is glorious. Okay, let's get to it. Let's get to the roll call. Thank you, Kerry Gold Knows. Thank you for your generosity. I know a lot of college football YouTube channels do that, but then I notice they lose interest after week 2, week 3, week 4. They don't even talk about the standings of their pick'ems and all that. So, Skaven, yes, thanks for coming on in. Mr. Georgia Bulldog, Don Scruggs, Ryan Brooks, Daniel Gorby, Gold Nose, Doc Boots, Gold Nose, Zero Wiz. If Lee Corso was in the chat, which mascot would he choose? I don't know. Good question. Tumasta, he's choosing Roll Hoodie. Roll Hoodie. Edward the Auburn Tiger. Is TCU playing tonight? It's all about North Carolina. SEC. They're not even in the SEC yet, Edward. They're not even in the SEC yet. Two Master. Got the frogs out. Jason Spangler. Gonna be a tough game for TCU. Jeff Olson, the evil badger, is in the house. Secret Agent is here. B. Bean, music. You're going to play taps for Arch. I went on a rant. Well, I think I've already destroyed Arch. He's no longer on the Heisman watch list. Let's put it that way. no longer on the PATC Heisman watch list. Jay Go Blue is in the house. Greg, sometimes life's better not chasing the gold. I hope you are correct, because we may not see the gold all year long. Jay Go Blue. Rich Austin is in the house. Utah is back. They bullied the UCLA Bruins. They ran them out of the gym. Mick Stevens, go Frogs. Thanks for coming on in, Mick. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Morris Simmons, I told you all Florida State was going to beat Bama by 14 points. The great Morris Simmons, Florida State Seminole. Oh my God. The Almighty is in the house. Hey, Greg, do you think fans will give Florida State a little respect, or do we have to keep hearing 2-10? We don't really, well, I don't know. We don't ever talk about 2-10 here on this channel. It had nothing, it had no effect on their value, on their brand. Like I said, I'm not saying that just tonight after a big victory. I said that all off season. It was a bad year. It's a bad football season. That's all it was. We'll see what happens this year. Thanks for coming on in, the almighty, humble, bumble, duck. Good afternoon, Greg, and all happy Labor Day weekend. Jose's in the house. Lee Corso went 17-0 when picking Southern California. Who else is here? B. Bean. The Boars buyout is $63 million. Jamie Bengals. Arkansas can't beat Alabama or Texas A&M, but by God, we can beat Alabama. I wasn't ready for that. Jamie. I was not ready. That is the best comment so far in the chat room. I always go by what is the most creative. Jamie Bengals got the most creative comment thus far. T. Miller is in the house. We are live. We are live. We are live. Mr. Monkey says, watching ESPN, is TCU even playing this game? John Till is in the house. Thanks for coming on in, John. Bill won Super Bowls with the Giants, too. How could you forget that? Stephen McNeely is in the house. Bill G, thanks for coming on in, Bill G. Appreciate it. Bong misses. Yes. Somebody did send me that MacGyver post. And hold on one second here. I mean, how do I say this? I don't, for those who do not know, this MacGyver guy said that the Big Ten has landed the well. In other words, they've landed Notre Dame, and it happened over the weekend. Again, I have no information of that. I don't believe to be true, but I'm not, I don't think that is true. I don't think it's even logical. And it's coming from a guy, I think I'm the most aggressive person out there saying that at some point Notre Dame is going to have to leave their football independence. Most people don't believe that. I absolutely believe it. Because I think the Southeastern Conference is going to do the big scoop. Then I think the Big Ten is going to do the small scoop, and enough value is going to leave the ACC. And then so I think Notre Dame has to. But I don't think Notre Dame is going to act first. I don't think they have any motive in acting first. Why would they take any Big Ten deal? Now, it doesn't make any sense to me. Why would Notre Dame literally can sit there and wait, and see how big the implosion is in the ACC. And Notre Dame, and another thing I want to say here. Notre Dame is sitting there. Okay, I'm speculating. A mixture of speculation and some information, okay? Notre Dame is sitting there, and they're thinking it's probably a pretty good chance that North Carolina will be in the Big Ten or the SEC 3 years from now, 2 years from now, 4 years from now. Notre Dame is also doing all this, they're gaming it out. But Notre Dame is also thinking, well, maybe there's a chance, 10% chance, 15% chance, 20% chance that some way, somehow, the top brands of the ACC choose consolidation over a different conference affiliation. In other words, the top 8 to 10 ACC football programs use that bit of that piece in the settlement and says, okay, we're going to move together as a new division, a new football conference, a sport football only conference. So Notre Dame, just another example, Notre Dame doesn't have to act anytime soon. So I just wanted to, I don't believe that. I don't believe what McIver said to be true. If I'm wrong, I'll come out here and apologize. I would take the L. Morris Simmons, the Big Ten needs to grab Florida State and Miami now. I think some Big Ten people agree with you, Morris Simmons. I happen to believe that the Southeastern Conference is not going to allow that to happen. But I could be wrong, Morris. You know how I stand on this. I do not think the SEC and ESPN is going to allow the highly valuable blend, the dynamic blend of Florida State and Miami both going to the Big Ten. And you might say, well, the Big Ten can I know Rick is out there yelling at the TV. All of you are yelling at me. Well, Greg, if the Big Ten was the mighty Big Ten, they could step in and get the job done, and they can just walk right past the SEC, and I don't know if they could. I don't know if they could. If they made a serious offer, I think the SEC would make a serious offer to Florida State at least. I don't know, guys. I think the Big Ten's going to wait, but I understand what Morris Simmons is thinking. Okay, we are 19 minutes away. 19 minutes away. Ethan Pritchard. Our prayers, our thoughts and prayers go out to Ethan Pritchard, who got shot visiting his family. Florida State football player. Thank you for the update, Morris Simmons. Critical but stable. Our prayers go out to Ethan Pritchard and all of his loved ones. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. Super chat. John Till, Florida State was Doc Holliday and Bama was Johnny Ringo. Thank you for the $2 holla, John Till. I appreciate your super chat. I appreciate all the generosity you have given us the last couple of years. Thank you, John Till. Thank you so very much. Florida State had a game. And we're going to talk about we're going to do an aftermath show tomorrow here at Peek Around the Corner. So we are going to talk about Florida State's big victory. We're going to talk about LSU's big victory. We're going to talk about the Buckeyes' big victory. We're going to talk about that freshman quarterback out in California. We're going to talk about that Maryland quarterback, freshman, all Big Ten Offensive Player of the Week. A lot of guys really stepped up, played beautiful football. We also saw a lot of defenses step up and stop the other teams. The scoring was down a little bit. Scoring was down a touch. So we'll talk about that. Thoughts on Minnesota? Thanks, Lance Balkus, for coming on in. I thought they did okay. I was really impressed with the quarterback, Drake Lindsay. But I'll say this. I'm officially scared of that third week. We're going to play California, the California Golden Bears versus the Minnesota Golden Gophers. And I'm officially if you haven't watched, go watch the highlights of California's freshman quarterback, the lefty. Yeah. Gophers are going to have to play some. I thought we would go down there and win a game, probably a close game, but now it's a 50-50 game. That California Golden Bear quarterback is special. I like our quarterback. So it's turning into a must-see football game. California and Minnesota with their freshman quarterbacks, 10:30 Eastern Time, Saturday, September 13th. 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. California and Minnesota. Okay, we are getting close. I think it's time. I don't see Preston from Greensboro, North Carolina, in the chat room. So you're all going to have to tell him that I did this song. Okay? All of you are going to have to tell him that we actually did the song. All right? James Taylor, Carolina in my mind. A song celebration of North Carolina Tar Heels. New era begins tonight. Bill Belichick, thank you for the generosity. Thank you for the donation. Thank you for helping us keep the lights on. Mr. Preston from Greensboro, North Carolina. In my mind, I'm going to Carolina. Can't you see the sunshine? Now can't you just feel the moonshine? It ain't it just like a friend of mine that hit me from behind. Yes, I'm gone to Carolina in my mind. Carrying cheese, a silver sun, you best walk away and watch it shine. Watch the morning come. A silver tear appearing now. I'm crying, ain't I? I'm gone to Carolina in my mind. In my mind, I'm gone to Carolina. Can't you see the sunshine? Now can't you just feel the moonshine? It ain't it just like a friend of mine that hit me from behind. Yes, I'm gone to Carolina in my mind. There ain't no doubt in one's mind that love's the finest thing around. Whisper something soft and kind. And hey, babe, the sky's on fire. I'm dying, ain't I? I'm gone to Carolina in my mind. In my mind, I'm gone to Carolina. Can't you see the sunshine? Now can't you just feel the moonshine? Ain't it just like a friend of mine? They hit me from behind. Yes, I'm gone to Carolina in my mind. Ain't it just like a friend of mine? They hit me from behind. Yes, I'm gone to Carolina in my mind. Alrighty, there it is. Carolina in my mind, James Taylor. Thank you so much, Chris Preston from Greensboro, North Carolina, for your generous donation. It is Monday, September 1st. We are closing out week 0. We are closing out week 1, I should say. Closing out week 1. This is a unique football game. Unique football game, and that Bill Belichick, the legend, the absolute legend, NFL head football coach, Hall of Famer at age 73, first game as a head coach, college football, North Carolina. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. But first, we got to talk about the TCU Horned Frogs. They're being disrespected. They're not even being talked about. That's why they're being disrespected. They're the favorites. They just went to the national championship game a couple of years ago. They're the only Big 12 team that's won a playoff game. By the way, the Big 12 is 1-3 against other Power 4 conference opponents going into tonight. They haven't had a great first week 1. But now they can lean on. Now they can hope. Now they can pray that the TCU Horned Frogs will lift up the conference. Will lift up the conference once again like they did a couple of years ago and beat the Tar Heels. National television. TCU. They can stand up there with the Utah. They can stand up there with BYU. They can stand up there with Arizona State. They can stand up there with the Kansas Jayhawks. They can say, this is our conference this year. TCU Horned Frogs. But we get back to the main story. North Carolina football program. Not since really 1980. That's the last time they won the ACC Conference Championship. But they have put all their chips in the middle of the table. They brought in Bill Belichick. They're spending money like mad. North Carolina football is here tonight. And will it stay? Is this now a football program that we're all going to be talking about in years ahead? North Carolina, Tar Heel, North Carolina Blue, they will tell you yes. Here we go, guys. Thanks for coming on in. I appreciate it. Let's get this thing going. Thank you, honey. Thank you. You're the only one. You are the only one in the chat room who believes that I did a good performance. The only one. The only one. The rest of them are complaining about their cats running under the bed. The ears starting to bleed. The dog, what's happening with the dogs? The dogs are howling. My wife is the only one who enjoyed that performance. Thank God she's my wife. That's all I'm telling you. Because the rest of you do not know talent, do not know brilliance if it nipped you in the butt. Stephen McNeely, I had the sound off. Greg, I thought you sounded great. Unbelievable. Thank you, Don Scruggs. Thank you. Look. Let's be honest. Let's be honest here. People of Georgia, they know music. They know musical talent. They know a golden voice when they hear it. So Don Scruggs, I'm not surprised at all. I'm sure Wendy loved it as well. I'm not surprised at all. I picked TCU. Kansas Jayhawkers versus Missouri Tigers. Vox, we're gonna get to those games late. It's Monday, September 1st. We're gonna have plenty of time to get to that game. Plenty of time. Everybody relax. Man, this place is on fire. Thank you, Kay. Kay, you are in a serious minority. But I appreciate it. At least there is a minority here that enjoys what I try to do, try to entertain the Einstein masses. Go Black 45. I'm ready, Greg. TCU 27, North Carolina 20. I think that's a good score. Lee says UNC is my pick. Son of Sarek, UNC by 30. My dog bit me because me thinking I was doing the singing. Helen Keller enjoyed your performance. Thank you, Don. Appreciate it. Greg, do you do requests? Can you sing Far, Far Away? Old Dad Greg, your singing brings a tear to my eye. I don't know how to take that. I'm going to take that as a positive, even though it's probably a negative. But I'm going to go ahead and steal it and put it in the positive column. Okay. All right, guys. We got to get going here. We got to get ready for this game. Bill Belichick walking in the stadium. Heartbreak 25. Heartbreak 25, the Big Ten makes 50-year decisions, not week one of a new football season decisions. Bama may finish unranked. Notre Dame hasn't won a title in almost 40 years. Absolutely correct. That's why I said Florida State's 2-10 season did not affect their value at all. None. I mean, Miami not winning an ACC championship game has barely affected their value. Maybe a little bit. And them not having a home campus stadium and other things. But again, I brought up this example before. The last 9 years, look it up. Minnesota Golden Gopher football has been a lot better than Nebraska by miles. Minnesota has beaten Nebraska 5 straight times. Minnesota has won so many more bowl games the last 9 years. Minnesota has finished ahead of Nebraska almost every single year. Minnesota has way more players in the NFL. Top draft picks. They have crushed Nebraska in every statistic. The last 9 years. But Nebraska has the way bigger brand, way more valuable football brand. Now, if you bring the school into it and all that, it's probably pretty close. Again, losing games, Florida State's brand was not helped, was not hurt. So a single week of football doesn't, you're absolutely correct, Heartbreak 25. You are absolutely correct. Yeah, I sang, Vox. Go back. Go back and listen to it. Go back and listen to it. Go back. Don't be afraid, Vox. Do not be afraid. Greg is getting roasted tonight. I get roasted every night. Every time I do a show, I get roasted. I cannot wait. I cannot wait until I get a fluky wins. I back into a winning week. It's going to happen. It's got to happen. I can't wait till I show up as Greg the Gold. I'm going to give you guys all the business, man. I am going to be so ruthless on you Einsteins. Whenever that happens, hopefully I stay alive long enough for that to happen. Greg the Gold, I can see the stuff right over here. It's up on the shelf. Maria's got it all ready for me to wear. The gold chains, the gold ring, the gold hat. It won't be tomorrow. I'm not going to wear it tomorrow. Greg the Cooler went 3-9. You Einsteins went 4-8. And we both have TCU tonight. Paul Feinbaum is having a rough week. Yes, he is. UNC will win. Thank you for coming on in, Helms Light. Appreciate it. All right, scoreboard's ready. I'm ready. Everybody's ready. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Danny Cannell having his best week ever. Kerry Gold knows TCU. Big money on it. We can take a look at some ACC games here. As we get ready to watch this game. Now, hold on a second. Here we go. North Carolina State, 24-17 over East Carolina. Duke wins big. Wake Forest hangs on to win. Georgia Tech, 27-20. LSU, where are they going to be ranked tomorrow? 1, 2, 3. It's got to be one of those three, right? 1, 2, or 3. I don't think Clemson is going to fall out of the top 10. Florida State, 31-17. Big win for Florida State. They're definitely going to be in the top 25. They're going to be, I don't know what they're going to be. They should be in the top 10 after that win, right? Right? Alabama should drop. SMU wins big. Tennessee wins big over Syracuse. Pittsburgh, Boston College. Okay, game is now beginning. We got to kick off. Again, I'm going to be a little bit of ahead of you, right on time, or a little bit of behind you. Don't worry about it. Put down your comments down in real time. Talk about the football game. North Carolina receives the kickoff. They go out about the 17-yard line. Thanks, Vox. It was a brilliant performance, Fox. Brilliant. I thought Clemson looked pretty good. But they got to figure out RB1. They got to figure out RB1. Tough Tony's got Florida State 15. Joseph Kenneth Maynard, thanks for coming on in. All right, here we go. Here we go. Caleb Hood for 9 yards. Second and 1. North Carolina at their 26-yard line. Handoff. Goes left, gets about 3 yards, and that is a first down for North Carolina. Benjamin Hall. First down and 10, 29-yard line. Hand out, big opening. Another 9-yard gain on first down. Holy smokes. Mr. Hood is finding all types of room. Middle of that defensive line. Holy smokes. TCU not holding. Oh, TCU got buried. The linebacker got lost in the wash. Back to pass. Mr. Lopez going big A. Beautiful pass. It's complete. Holy smokes. Mr. Tripp. They're getting their star player involved early, North Carolina. Jordan Shipp, they got him involved early. Holy smokes. Down to the 24-yard line of TCU. That was a nice pass. They did not give Gio Lopez an easy first throw in this game. There he goes, left him out. Right on the mark. Right on the mark. Again, it's Jordan Shipp. First down. Lopez to Shipp. Twice already in this first drive. Woo! All right, Mr. Lopez, we see you. We see you. The transfer from South Alabama had a great year last year, stepping up in competition, but he's got no problem. They do. Ooh. Down goes Lopez. Quarterback ran to the left. He got hammered. It's second and goal. Got absolutely nothing. -3 yards on that rush. Second and goal. TCU's just got to hang on, make a couple more plays, get out of here with a field goal. TCU, get out of here with a field goal. Hands off. Okay, that's brutal. Touchdown. That's terrible.
Touchdown! Touchdown!
Let me tell you something on that. North Carolina. North Carolina, they're gonna, look at Jordan! Jordan! And I don't mean Michael Jordan, the other Jordans up there. North Carolina only had 2 wide receivers in formation. I mean, TCU looked like I don't know what's going on, guys, but TCU better, I don't want to say the phrase. Man up. Man up. Holy smokes, they got blown off the ball. Wow. Okay, I was not... Caleb Hood, 25 yards on that drive. Touchdown. If it was two-hand touch, he would have gotten the same amount of yards. This is... All right, TCU's got to make some adjustments on that. That was way too easy. But, look, you got to give credit to Gio. You got to give credit to Gio. I mean, come on, guys. South Alabama, he's playing on Monday night, week 1, in front of a packed crowd. Bill Belichick's first game. He's been through a camp with Bill Belichick. They didn't start them out with the flat passes. They didn't start them out. You know how that is. You get the quarterback. You saw what Notre Dame did with C.J. Carr. 3/4 of that game, C.J. Carr was putting the ball in the air for about 3 yards. Bill Belichick did not do that with Mr. Lopez. Bill Belichick says, okay, we're going to throw it downfield. We're going to throw it downfield. We're going to loosen those linebackers right off the bat. Those linebackers going to sneak up on us. Let's take some shots. My goodness. Holy smokes. Wow, 7-0. The architect is in. If North Carolina, I know a lot of you don't want to hear this, but if North Carolina wins this game, and if it's over in the third or fourth quarter, we would do another performance of Carolina in My Mind by James Taylor. Because Preston from Greensboro is not in the chat room. I know a lot of you don't want to hear that, but there's going to be another performance if North Carolina actually wins this game. You Einsteins picked TCU as well. Go Black 45, I might have made a mistake. Both Jordans are standing right next to each other. I forgot, what is her first name? What is her first name? What's Jordan's first name? Not Michael, but the lady. What's Jordan? What's her name, by the way? I don't even remember. Randy Moss is in the house. Nobody can come up with their name. Okay, all right. Lawrence Taylor is in there. 7-0 North Carolina. Okay, here's Josh Hoover. Josh Hoover. Josh Hoover. Super chat, Joseph Kenneth Maynor, Pirate. Is this Tarleton State or TCU? UNC is looking like a CFP contender, getting pushed around and bullied by the Tar Heels. All right. Thank you for the $10 holler, Joseph. I appreciate it, sir. Mr. Maynor, appreciate the super chat. Now let's see what North Carolina can do with Josh Hoover, because he is a spectacular talent. And great year last year. Josh Hoover, accurate thrower, TCU quarterback. We've already got a first down by TCU. Thank you, Joseph. Appreciate it. Jordan Hudson. Got it. Jordan Hudson. I completely forgot the name. Thank you, Tumasta. First down and 10, TCU. Thank you, Steve McNeely. Second and 8. Second and 8. Oh, jeez. Is that Barnes that got rocked? The running back. Kavorian Barnes absolutely got rocked. Back to pass. He tries to go after McAllister again. McAllister has been targeted 3 times early by Josh Hoover. 2 receptions. But Josh Hoover is going to have to be looking at somebody else here. He's going to have to mix it around. Incomplete. TCU is going to have to punt it. He was not open. Got a little pressure. Hoover thought he had to throw it. 4th and 7. Punting it back to North Carolina. Bad punt. Not a good punt. Great field position for the Tar Heels. The ref keeps going up. 35-yard line. North Carolina's going to start it. Woo! Christopher Hooter. Let's not hyperventilate, everyone. UNC will not make the CFP this year. PNW Ute, please, TCU, please. Very impressive start. 7-0 North Carolina. TCU's got to get it together here. Thanks for coming on in, Illini Ted. Belichick has them a humming. Interesting start of the game, though. Really, of all these scenarios that you were thinking of how this game would start, I did not think it was going to be this. I mean, Caleb Hood, the offensive line, they were smashing people. Gio Lopez, again, it wasn't like his throws were easy throws. He made them look easy. But they did not give him like, okay, let's start out, a little flat pass on the sideline over here. Let's get him warmed up. No. Bill Belichick said, no. We're going to have Lopez throw some difficult passes to begin the game. And he got it done. Mike Gundy, the Oklahoma State coach, on radio about Dante Moore. He's a good player. He's really a good player. But there's people around there that feel like they say he'll be one of the best ever to play before he leaves. So it'll cost them a lot of money to keep him. Interesting comment by Mike Gundy. Flag on the field. Pre-snap penalty, North Carolina. The very first mistake. First mistake for North Carolina. 1st and 15. Handoff. Nothing there. TCU shut that down. Bill Belichick went with another set of running backs here for the second drive. Davion Gaz. We got an empty backfield. We got trips right. Shotgun. Lopez back to pack. Pass. 2nd and 15. And he is no. Yes, whistle blew. It's a sack. 3rd and long. TCU pressure got that. Third and a country mile. You think North Carolina is going to play this very conservative? At their 22, they're going to hand it off. They're going to punt this ball back to TCU. Good defense by TCU. Much needed. Much needed. Fourth and 21. If you're new to the channel, please think about subscribing to our channel and turn on those notifications. We can come on live at any time. Morning, afternoon, or night, we cover everything college football. We cover the breaking news. Please join us, be a part of the family, and subscribe to our channel. I do appreciate it. All right, TCU going to get some decent field position. Down 7. Let's see. I want to take a look at something here. Take a look at some games for next week. A few of them anyways. James Madison, Louisville, Friday night. James Madison is probably, top 4 favorites? One of the top 4 G5 teams to make the college football playoffs. I would put them at number 4, number 5. Against Louisville, who I fell in love with Louisville. I couldn't get the Louisville Cardinals past Clemson or Miami. But I have them 3rd. They play James Madison. Look at this game Saturday morning. The Fighting Illini of Illinois versus the Duke Blue Devils. Luke Altmaier, Darren Mensah. Holy smokes. Baylor, one of the most disappointing teams in week 0, goes against SMU. Virginia, North Carolina State, Central Michigan, Pittsburgh, UConn, Syracuse. Florida State, East Texas A&M. Western Carolina, Wake Forest, Troy, Clemson, Gardner-Webb, Georgia Tech, Texas Southern, California, Bethune-Cookman, Miami, North Carolina, Charlotte, Vanderbilt, Virginia Tech, Boston College, Michigan State, Stanford, BYU. Those are the ACC Week 1 games. The Big 12 games. Again, we just mentioned Baylor, SMU, Iowa, Iowa State, the Cyhawk game. Now, I watched some of Mark Gronowski of Iowa against Albany. And Iowa, I think Iowa is in deep trouble. I think Iowa is going to get absolutely smoked. This line right now is like 3.5, 4. Take the Cyclones. Take the Cyclones. Holy smokes. Texas Tech, Kent State. Oregon, Oklahoma State. Kansas, Missouri. Bo Pribula versus Jalen Daniels. The Jayhawks versus the Tigers. My goodness. Oh, highly anticipated. Highly anticipated. Cincinnati, Bowling Green, Colorado, Delaware, West Virginia, Ohio Bobcats. The line is West Virginia 2.5. West Virginia 2.5. Utah, Cal Poly, Kansas State, Army, Rice, Houston, North Carolina, A&T, UCF, Arizona State, Mississippi State, Weber State, Arizona, Stanford again against BYU. We'll go over week 2 games later on. Horned Frogs got the ball back. Nothing there. Nothing there. North Carolina shuts that down. A little flat pass. It's going to be 2nd and 12. 2nd and 12. Hoover. Oh! Just missed. But there's a flag on the field. We got a super chat, Kerry Gold Knowles. These UNC fans have to learn about passion. It's a golf clap. They're doing a golf clap. Thank you, Kerry Gold Knowles. Thank you for the $5 holla. Thank you for your generosity once again. I appreciate it. Appreciate it so very much. I can't tell if they're loud or not loud, or I can't have the volume on for copyright reasons. We got pass interference, so it's first down, TCU. Thank you, Kerry Gold Knowles, Mr. Seminole. Handoff, going left, going left. Got a good 5 yards. Good 5 yards. TCU. Gonna be 2nd and 5. Handoff. There's room. Ooh. It's going to be 3rd and 1. I thought that was going to be a first down easily. First down and 10. TCU at the North Carolina 33-yard line. Can they tie this up? We got 4:50 to go in the first quarter. Handoff. There is more room out there. Barnes, Kavorian Barnes has some room here on this drive. TCU is starting to push North Carolina a little bit. Bill Belichick taking notes. Taking notes on his notepad. 2nd and 4. Touchdown! Hoover! Beautiful throw! Beautiful throw!
Touchdown! Touchdown! Touchdown!
Wow. Could not have placed it any better. Deep left corner of the end zone. 27-yard touchdown pass to Jordan Dwyer. And of course, the name of the player who scores first against Bill Belichick is Jordan Dwyer. Of course that happened. Extra point away from tying the game. 7-6 North Carolina. Snap, hold, kick, and we've got a tie game. Jordan Dwyer, touchdown from Josh Hoover. We got a game. We got a game. We got a game. Thank you for the $5 holla, Christopher Hooter. Greg, speaking of breaking news, are we going to discuss that horrid call in the LSU Clemson game? Had LSU not won? I don't know what call you're talking about. You're gonna have to let me know. I watched the whole thing. But my mind is gone, Christopher. Let me know what call that is. Put in the chat. But I do appreciate your $5 holla. I'm sorry I cannot answer the question. I do not recall. John Famlord, thanks for coming on in. Appreciate it. Horrible defensive breakdown. The cornerback cannot let the receiver outright beat him if he doesn't know for sure that the safety will get there. The TD, no touchdown. I just can't remember the play. I can't remember. You talking about, I don't remember it. I don't remember it. I'm sorry. I'm completely blanking out. I did not think it was a bad call. I didn't think it was you talking about the receiver? The ball moved. The ball moved and went to the side. I didn't think it was a bad call. Look, LSU won. The right team won that game. They were the better team. Both really good football teams. I hope people are not overreacting on Clemson. I do think they need to play those freshman running backs. Randall is not a run. You got to play your freshman running backs. You got to play Gideon Davidson. There's nothing there for North Carolina. It's going to be second and long, I believe. No, I'm sorry. Third and 10. My apologies. 3rd and 10. We got Deuce left. Man in motion. Lopez back to pass. They got pressure on him. They're getting pressure on the quarterback. The quarterback went down. TCU had no problems, once again, penetrating the Tar Heels offensive line. TCU is getting all lathered up. They're getting all lathered up. 7-7. North Carolina is going to have to punt it back. Rod Nix, thanks for coming on in. No nation is in his corner. Prayers up. Absolutely. Mr. Pritchard, his family, we got all our prayers for you. First down and 10, 7-7. TCU's got the ball back. Again, if you missed it, we did a PATC rendition of James Taylor, Carolina in My Mind. We did it before the kickoff. And I got to tell you, the people in the chat room were not kind to my performance. But take a listen, give it a listen. We may have to do the performance again if Carolina ends up winning this game. But I wanted to make sure we had the performance done and completed because of the great generosity of our North Carolina family member, Tar Heel family member, Preston from Greensboro, North Carolina, for all the support he has given this channel. So, anyways, done deal. Nothing there. Second down. 2nd and 10, TCU. Hoover, look at that. Josh Hoover is the real deal Holyfield. That was some high skill level quarterbacking right there. First down, TCU. Again, they run it and North Carolina shuts it down. It's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Oh! There goes Hoover. Down he goes. He got crushed. It's going to be about a 3rd and a long 5. Hoover got hit. First down, TCU. North Carolina's got no answer for the quick processing of Hoover, the quick release of Hoover, the accuracy of Hoover. Another first down, Horned Frogs. End of the first quarter, 7-7. It was North Carolina early. It has been all TCU late in the first quarter, heading to the second quarter, 7-7. Thank you all for joining us again. Watch party number. I don't know how many watch parties we've done so far. It's been a lot. And we're having a lot of fun. And again, we are going to be doing watch parties next Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We shall see. We'll do the best we can. We try to do as many as possible. opening drives. David Hale. Opening drives. North Carolina, 83 yards. TCU, 15 yards. Since it's been North Carolina minus 15 yards, TCU, 78 yards. It was North Carolina early in the first quarter, and now it's been all TCU. Buckeye Greg, thanks for coming on in. Appreciate it, sir. Mr. Monkey says, if TCU gets their running game going, they're going to have something. Deadeye believes that Alberta, Canada is going to realign. Here's a picture that Tom Fornelli, CBS Sports, put up. North Carolina first drive versus North Carolina since. Wow. Wow. North Carolina.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. Anxiety, filling up every space, no privacy, and silently, it could build and build until you finally see, whoa, it's taking over, damn no closure, moving closer. No exposure, I just wanna be a loner. Some can't stay sober, looking over all.
Buckeye Greg, no Big Ten expansion without Miami and Florida State, period. Here we go. 1st and 10, TCU at the 50-yard line. Start of the second quarter, all tied up 7-7. We got a little bit of a bunch up left. Hoover, shotgun, hands it off. Some more running room. Got 8 yards on that one. It's going to be 2nd and 2. Barnes is getting a little bit of room. Everything is going right for the Horned Frogs right now. 2nd and 3. I think he's a little short. I think his knee got down before the first down. No, they're going to still give it to him. They're going to give it to him. I thought he was short. Looks like they gave it to him. Kavorian Barnes, you see the stats up on the screen. 845 yards with UTCA a couple of years ago. It's 1st and 10. They gave him the first down. 1st and 10. Oh, he almost broke out of there. It's about 9.5 yards, possibly 10-yard rush by Barnes. TCU is finding room all over the place to run. The offense is absolutely humming. 2nd and 1. They're running right. They're going right. First down. Again, Barnes. He is getting the carries early. Back to pass, Hoover. He looks so comfortable out there. Another first down. North Carolina has no answers. No answers. DJ Rogers with the catch. First down and 10, 13-yard line. Hoover back to pass again. They've got no fear. They're going deep. Incomplete. Going after Jordan Dwyer again. Jordan Dwyer's already got one touchdown catch. There is a flag. Could be a PI in North Carolina. No, it's on offense. Pass interference on Jordan Dwyer. That's going to set back the Horned Frogs some. I don't know about that call. I don't know about that call. Play action, Hoover, complete. Back to the 16-yard line. That North Carolina defensive back is given Mr. Barnes. That was Barnes, the running back, out of the backfield there. It's complete. Back to Dyer again. Jordan Dyer gets his third reception. It's third down. Boy, Hoover looks good out there. Third and 7. Getting blitz. Hoover rolls out. Oh, incomplete. TCU probably going to have to kick the field goal. It's fourth down. Hoover shows good mobility. Gets out of the pocket, throws it to the tight end. It gets knocked out, and TCU going to be going for a field goal here. Kyle Lemmerman, 10 of 13 career inside the 40-yard line. Left hash mark. It's going to be a 27-yarder. 27-yarder, and there's a flag. And it's going to be on TCU. It's going to be a 34-yarder. Kerry Gold knows. Thank you for your super chat. I appreciate it. I will get to it here after this field goal attempt. I appreciate it, sir. 4th and 12, 32-yard attempt. Lemmerman, TCU, left hash mark. The snap, the hold, the kick, it's right down the middle. Right down the middle. All right, North Carolina defense bowled up a little bit there. They bowled up a little bit there. 10-7 Horned Frogs. They've taken the lead. Super chat. Kerry Gold knows this is Seminole. I heard from owner of War Chant that the SEC is second up to Florida State because they really want them now. He said it was a big name that said it. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Still pass. I'm not. Look, I'm not. I'm going to try to be kind here. I think you all know what my prediction is. I think the Southeastern Conference does the big scoop. And I think Florida State is part of that scoop. And I think ESPN is going to want... I think there are parts of the SEC that want Florida State. There's parts that don't. I think ESPN wants to keep Florida State. I think Florida State's going to end up in the SEC. I could be wrong. It was just a prediction. It was not a report. I have said from the very beginning that North Carolina and Virginia were the number one targets for the Southeastern Conference. I said it on June 15th of 2024. I got raked over the coals by many people, including the Seminole fan base. But, I had to be accurate. That's my main goal, is to be accurate no matter what happens. And we were accurate. We are accurate on that. But it doesn't mean that Florida State is not wanted. My problem, if the War Chant owner said this, nothing is going to be changed by one game. It's not how it works. It's not how it works. It's not how it works at all. So if they really wanted Florida State, they wanted Florida State before that game against Alabama, not after. I'm sorry. That's just not how it works, guys. There are lots of reasons to want Florida State. None of it changed when Florida State went 2-10 last year. And none of it changed after the Alabama game. Florida State's big, valuable football brand, big fan base. It is there. If they would have lost Alabama by 10 points, it was still true. So, I don't know. I happen to think that Florida State's going to end up in the Southeastern Conference. And there's reason. I got more than one reason for it. But I think the biggest reason is because there's no way in hell, in my opinion, there is no way that the Southeastern Conference and ESPN is going to allow the Florida State and Miami blend in the Big Ten. I cannot even, if that happens, then the Big Ten is going to be like, what the hell? Look what we got in Greg. I cannot see it happen. My opinion, based upon a whole lot of conversations that I've had, but not a have just a prediction. I can't imagine if oh, Lopez, accurate throw, but not completed. Thank you, Kerry Goldnose. Thank you for the information. Thank you for the $10 holler. I do appreciate it. I very much appreciate it. Kerry Gold knows. Thank you for the super chat. Lopez trying to get out of there. He can't. It's going to be 3rd and long. I'm not saying one game. In fact, you're making my argument for me. Try 30 years of great football. I agree with you. That's why I'm not buying now the SEC wants us. Look at your previous super chat. I'm not buying. All right, look. Because they really want them now. I'm saying I'm not. I don't know how to be any more clear. I believe the SEC wants Florida State. They're going to get Florida State, but I don't think they want them any more today than they did 72 hours ago. Hopefully that makes sense. Just my opinion. In regards to this, I agree. 30 years of football, not just one game. That was my point. Thank you, Kerry Gold Nose. I appreciate it. North Carolina's going to have to punt it again. This time deep in their own territory. Greg, I agree. Thinking long term, the Southeastern Conference can't allow Florida State, Miami, plus eventually Notre Dame. I agree. I mean, I don't know. I think it would be absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy for ESPN in the Southeastern Conference to lose Florida State to the Big Ten. Absolutely crazy. So, does North Carolina have any answers to any of this? Do they? Vox Quindaro. Go Super Frog. I happen to think John Famlor, yes, but the SEC, if they want to blow it up to 20 teams, what does it exactly look like? My prediction is North Carolina, Virginia, Clemson, and Florida State. Just a prediction, not a report. Fringe elements. Whenever I watch, the team I like loses. So I stopped watching after North Carolina's opening drive. Greg, how did your mom handle the Alabama game? She handled it pretty good. she really liked the Notre Dame Miami game. That she's not a Notre Dame fan, even though she's a Catholic, Irish Catholic, who is a devout Irish Catholic. She does not like Notre Dame, so she liked that game last night. 10-7, TCU. They've got the ball back. Thank you, old dad. I appreciate it, sir. Hoover back to pass. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I got to tell you guys, it looks like there are mismatches out there. Jordan Dyer is finding all sorts of room. Hoover's looking left, and he's finding open receivers going left. Going left again, and he overthrew it. Most of Hoover's pass attempts are left, going left. John Famlor, can you imagine how ridiculous some of these tiebreakers look in a 20-team conference with only 9 conference games being played? Yeah, it's gonna, that's a reasonable comment. But you know what I want, John? You guys know what I want, right? I'm afraid to say it because I'm gonna get yelled at by everybody. Oh, what a play! Hoover! Hoover rolling left again. Hoover likes throwing left and is a dart. First down, TCU. Hoover, man. All right. First down round about 5 yards. So I'm going to say this and everybody's going to get mad at me and then I'm going to jump off. Okay, I'm just going to say this. Yes, there's going to be incredible tiebreakers throughout a 20-team conference, 9 conference. But I want those tiebreakers to mean something. I want it to mean something if you finish 4th, or if you finish 5th, or if you finish 3rd, or you finish 5th, or you finish 6th. In other words, I want automatic qualifiers based upon conference race standings. So not only bring on the tiebreakers, baby, John, bring on the tiebreakers, have them mean something crucial. And then that is going to make the conference games way, way, way more important. Okay, I'm off my soapbox. Everybody's mad at me. Everybody is mad at me. Massive, massive, massive super chat. Wow. Vox Quindaro. Hoover back to pass. Dumps it up. Vox Quindaro. Massive super chat. I believe in the reverse hex. I want you to sing I'm a Jayhawk. Go Jayhawks. Got a twist on that tiger's tail. Okay, Vox. It's in. I don't quite understand your logic. We got to talk about it here. But if Kansas beats Missouri, hold on a moment. Hold on a moment. Let's make this official. Make this official. Everybody relax here. Why is this not showing me? Okay, that's wrong. What's going on? I don't know if it's the computer or if the guy who is working the computer. Okay, Missouri is 6.5-point favorites. So this is officially in the books. If Kansas beats Missouri, I'm gonna sing Interception, North Carolina! What a play! First down at 10. Tar Heel, North Carolina finally makes a play. First real play they've made since the opening drive. Okay, Vox, we got to focus here. If Kansas beats Missouri, I will sing Jayhawks on the Tiger's tail. I've sang that song last year, and I did a horrible job. And I don't even know what version I did it. I don't know if it was the old version. What type of version? What version? I did the old version. So I don't know. Vox, are you going to hold me to what lyrics I sing here? I sang the version that had Cornhuskers in it. No, I sang the old song where it says Cornhuskers and something else. There's only one damn version. Is that the only version? Maybe that's... Okay, I'm going to sing that one then. I'm going to sing that one. Okay, Vox. If the Kansas Jayhawks defeat the Missouri Tigers, I will sing their fight song, Jayhawk. Appreciate it, Vox. Thank you for the incredible generosity, the massive super chat. Thank you, very kind, sir. You've been doing it for a long time. I appreciate all the support you've given this program to help us grow and help us keep the lights on. Thank you, Vox. I'm very humbled by your generosity. Thank you, Vox. Appreciate it very much. I'm going to sing the song. One version, Flugar. Okay. All right. Okay. I can't quite keep up with all the fight songs, but I do the best I can. I thought they changed the words a couple of times. Yeah, but whatever. I'm going to sing Vox. I think he's okay with me singing the old version. That's, I guess, the one version. I'm going to sing it. I am going to sing the best I can. But Kansas has to win. Kansas has to win. We've never changed the words. Okay, Vox. All right. I believe you, man. I believe you. I've also sang that song, Glory, Glory to Georgia, which is the sound of the Glory, Glory, Hallelujah, Glory, Glory to Old Georgia. I've also done that song. All right, thank you, Vox. I appreciate it. I'm going to do the best I can with it, but you got to come through, Vox. And I know you're doing the reverse hex. It's like, Vox, I think you have confidence in me. I think you have confidence. That's what I think the reverse hex is. You don't even need to do a hex. Reverse hex means you have confidence in me. But, on the other hand, I am going to take the Missouri Tigers against the spread in that game. And that's exactly what you want me to do. Interesting. Vox is playing on a whole different level here. He's trying to secure the Kansas Jayhawks victory. He knows I'm going to take Missouri and give the 6.5 points. And he makes a massive, massive super chat to sing a song. Vox might have put the Missouri Tigers in a box. He might have put them in a box. 5D Chesson. Wow. All right, North Carolina, 4 minutes and 28 seconds to go in the first half. It's 3rd and 4. Super Chad, Christopher Hooter. Lopez back to pass. He unloads it. Pick six! Pick six! TCU!
Touchdown! Touchdown! Touchdown!
Lopez has also been going left, left, left. And when you do that, you're gonna get your route jumped. Lopez has not been looking off his primary targeted receiver, and TCU made him pay. TCU made him pay. Wow. Wow. Christopher Hooter, super chat. After decades of back and forth, many in the SEC recall Florida State's decision to choose the ACC in 1991. Now with buyer's remorse, not everyone in the SEC is on board with Florida State. Thank you, for Christopher Hooter. We did cover that story. We've had long articles. We've talked about it last year. We'll probably talk about it more in the future. To be honest with everybody, not everybody is on board with these conferences are big, right? The Big Ten is 18 schools. The Southeastern Conference is 16 schools. You saw how difficult it was for the Southeastern Conference to move from 8 conference games to 9 conference games. It takes a lot to get consensus. It takes a lot to get enough support in one way or another on pretty much any item of discussion within these big conferences. Conference expansion is going to be just like anything else. It's going to be difficult to reach consensus. In my humble opinion, consensus has been reached on North Carolina and Virginia in both the Big Ten and the SEC. Why do I say that? Because I've been told by that door was open to me. And that's why I did the live show June 15th of 2024. We have seen all types of different reporting to say that is true by every single reporter. If you want to rip on Brett McMurphy, go ahead. If you want to rip on Pete Thamel, go ahead. Paul Feinbaum, Heather Dinich, Dennis Dodd when he was doing it. Ross Dellinger, Dan Wenzel, Annie Staples. They're all being told the same thing. It's not a secret. It's not a secret what the Big Ten and SEC presidents want. I happen to believe that the SEC presidents are going to win out when it comes to North Carolina, Virginia. I could be dead dead wrong. But everything that flows after that, it is a parts of this conference wants this, parts of another conference wants that. The Big Ten is all over the place. There's a lot of different voting blocks. So not everyone in the Southeastern Conference is on board with Florida State. Not everybody in the SEC Conference is on board with Clemson. Not everybody in the SEC Conference is on whoever. Not everybody in the Big Ten is on Miami even. Not everybody in the Big Ten is on Florida State. Not everybody in the Big Ten. The only consensus schools in the Big Ten are North Carolina and Notre Dame. So yeah, I would agree in part, Christopher Hooter, that not everybody in the SEC is on board with Florida State, but that's true with every single school other than North Carolina, in my strongly held opinion, because I've been told that for it's been a long road, but that is the chatter behind the curtain, and I believe that to be true. Thank you for the $5 holla, Christopher Hooter. I appreciate it. 17-7, North Carolina has the ball. Going close to the 2-minute warning. It looks like we're going to hit the 2-minute warning. North Carolina going to try to get some of those points back that they gave away with a pick six. TCU Horned Frog. Super chat, Bill G. Greg, can you upload songs to Spotify after the singing? If not, have some cheese pizza, artichoke, and cabernet. Cheers. Well, artichoke and cheese pizza is the way to go. You are very wise, Bill G. Very wise. Artichoke, cheese pizza is the exact correct combination. Thank you for the $20 holla, Bill G. I appreciate your generosity once again. You have supported this program like crazy. With all your gifted memberships, thank you so very much. I'm very humbled by your generosity and everybody else. Kerry Gold, Knowles, Vox Guindaro, everybody. John Teal, thank you guys. I appreciate it. Look, you can't just, how do I say this? I hope I don't get in trouble tonight because I played that song. It's about, I would say it's about 4 out of every 10 times that I do a PATC rendition, I get a warning. It's not a copyright strike. It's what happens is YouTube will take some or all of the money made not by your wonderful super chats, but the money that is made on this channel when it comes to advertising. You know, like I'll make like $6 on a live show because of the advertising that happens during the live show. I don't know, $6, $4, whatever. And what happens is if it's a song in which I sing, and if it's close enough to the original, and YouTube has their AI machines, whatever, listening to all this stuff, and if that James Taylor song, if I sing close enough to it, they're gonna take the money that I would make an advertiser and give it to James Taylor, whoever owns the songs. And I believe James Taylor owns that song. It happens about 4 out of every 10 times. I want to say a little less than half. If I do a parody song, if I sing a song, but I do a little bit different, like when I sang on the Connie Stallions thing, when I sang, I wear my sunglasses at night, they did not strike me on that. If I do something a little bit different, or if I don't sing the whole song, they don't come after me. On tonight's song, when I did, and if you missed it, you can go back to the start of the show. When I did James Taylor, Carolina in My Mind, I did not do the whole song. And I didn't even do it in the Lopez trying to get out of there, gets taken down. It's going to be 3rd and 4. And I didn't do it in the way that you normally would sing that song. So maybe they won't strike against me. So that's a long ways of saying that you can't just go and do songs professionally, take someone else's song and go put it up there and make a couple of dollars. You're gonna get in trouble. Sometimes. And of course, sometimes I get in trouble. But this is college football's Rebel Outpost. This is the only college football channel that would do something silly like do PATC singing renditions. Incomplete. Incomplete. Thank you, Mr. Don Scruggs. Appreciate you coming on in. Thank you, Mr. Monkey says. Appreciate it. Thank you, Vox. Appreciate it. Yeah, we talked about that earlier, Go Black 45. Oh, we got putting issues. They got rid of it. North Carolina has struggled in this game. Besides the first drive, it's been all TCU. Great job by the punter to get rid of it. That is not Christopher Lambert's burner account. Devil Frog. I know that 100%. Can TCU, are they going to try to put up more points before the end of the half? Hoover going left again. Carolina, man. Hoover's going left, left, left. He's picking on number 29. Carolina, you got to make some adjustments. Hoover isn't throwing right. He's going left. Going left again. They're just killing North Carolina over there. They're killing North Carolina over there. My goodness. I don't know who Ralph Lauren is, Vox. I don't know what Argyle is. And I definitely don't know what Ralph Lauren Argyle is, and I definitely do not know what Ralph Lauren Argyle references are. Inside handoff. Down he goes. TCU's got 3 timeouts. Let's use one here. There you go. There you go. Don't bring those timeouts in at halftime. TCU is being aggressive. Trying to put up more points. 36 seconds to go. At halftime, I'll be taking a 15 to 20 minute break. I know I have to get some food for the mother. I think the moderator, the one who rules with an iron fist, I think she's okay with food, but I think I got to dish up the mother with something. So I will get back in the second half as quick as I possibly can. TCU with another completion. Hoover keeps throwing left, and North Carolina has not figured it out. I would bring your safety over to the left side of the field. Bring him over here. There you go. Move him in. Slant, left. Wow. North Carolina does not have the thoroughbreds to stop this. They just don't have the thoroughbreds to stop this. The King Frog is here. I told you the frogs are coming. Hoover, he went right. He threw right. Going to be 3rd and 3. Evo Badger Super Chat. Greg, do you think Wisconsin has a puncher's chance to upset Bama? Saturday, I went to see the country band Alabama. I saw the country band Alabama. I saw it at the Minnesota State Fair. I want to say it was about 1987, 1988, something like that. Or maybe 85 or 86. Sometime in the 1980s, I saw Alabama. Thank you for the $5 holler, Evo Badger. Have you ever seen Evo Badger? You're probably not old enough to have seen this fight live, but go to YouTube and go watch the heavyweight championship match between heavyweight champion Michael Moore versus 43, 44, 45-year-old George Foreman. Go watch that fight. Foreman was a big underdog in that fight. Foreman was old, right? Going into that fight. Michael Moore was a lefty. Michael Moore was a new champion. Michael Moore was so much younger than George Foreman. George Foreman got picked apart for 10 rounds. He was losing that fight in a landslide. But he got one punch short right to the jaw of Michael Moore, and Michael Moore went down. And George Foreman became the oldest heavyweight boxing champion in the world, the oldest one ever. I think, or him or Jersey Joe Walcott. I don't remember. But whatever. My point is this. Wisconsin is George Foreman. You are going to get beat up. You are going to get beat up round after round after round. You are going to lose. And then you need to swing the mighty hammer, and you're going to have to connect. I think the chances are extremely thin for Wisconsin to win that game. I'm just giving you my honest Evo Badger, but then again, I'm Greg the Cooler right now. I'm absolutely freezing. So if you want to go to bed tonight, put your head down on a cold pillow and think about how cold I am right now in my picks. Maybe you believe that Wisconsin has a chance, but I got to be honest. A puncher's chance, sure. But it's going to take close to a miracle to pull that game out. 20-7. 20-7. George said he was hit hardest by Ernie Shava. You could get the George Foreman grill if you want, Ryan Willie. I saw the country band Alabama at the Atlanta Fox Theater. Yeah, it's Greg the Cold right now, I tell you. TCU up 13. Okay, guys, I am going to take 15 to 20 minute break. See you all in second half. And I really appreciate you all joining us tonight. I really thank you very, very much. I'll see you guys in the second half. Almost broke another one there. Well, I'm going to just go ahead and leave that blank for a while. See what happens on this drive. I mean, TCU almost broke a big run on that play. 2nd and 8. It's 27-7. When TCU punts it, I'll put up a 27. If they score a touchdown, I'll put up a 34. Now, I took TCU, and the Einsteins took TCU. So we're ending the week very strong here at Peek Around the Corner. My record is going to be 4-9, and you all are going to be 5-8 for the week. Empty backfield. 2nd and 11. Hoover looks left. Hoover looks left. Hoover looks left. North Carolina does not have the thoroughbreds. They can't cover. They can't tackle. TCU is getting everything they want. There is no resistance. It is everybody's back. I don't know where the guys are. You'd think they'd be playing man press over there. Yep, I will update it. I'm going to update it once TCU punts it or scores a touchdown. It's not going to remain 27 for very long here. Left, 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 left. They throw left on every play. Every play they throw left. And there's nobody there for North Carolina. It's like they're off the ball and they still can't converge on a tackle. There's nobody there. There's nobody that can make a play. Ooh, missed pass TCU. By the way, I'm going to eat a little bit here. I usually don't do this, but I have not eaten. It took me a while to feed the queen of the house, the mother of the house. I'm eating sausages with no cheese and one piece of bread. Oh my gosh. Woo! Look. We got a flag. We got holding. It's a good thing that we got the North Carolina song. I sang the North Carolina song before kickoff. Carolina in My Mind by James Taylor. If you want to take a listen, go ahead. It's before kickoff, about 8 minutes before kickoff. Because if we would not have sang that song then, well, we're definitely not going to sing it now. So, but I wanted to give a thank you to Preston from Greensboro, North Carolina, a PATC family original. He's been giving so much to this channel. He gave a donation. I accepted it. I accepted the challenge of singing the song. We sang the song before kickoff to make sure we got it in because, well, North Carolina is not going to win this game. 3rd and 20. Hoover. Wide open receiver. First down. And it doesn't help that Hoover is incredibly accurate. We do have an injury. The tight end is down. The tight end is down. Now, it is a little bit unfair to judge this quickly. I mean, it's only one game. Everybody knew that North Carolina did not have the horses this year, right? Now, did I screw up on my prediction for the ACC? I had them at number 7. It looks like I did. It looks like I did. But I think it might not be too quick. It's not too quick to judge this North Carolina team. But if Bill Belichick is truly all in on recruiting, all in on development, all in on staying for 3 to 4 years, then this is too quick to judge if Belichick can be a success or not. But if he's here for just 1 year, well, then, or, if he, things are going to go pretty bad. What are we talking about? Greg, gonna need you to weigh in. On what? What is the disagreement? Yes, PNWU. You do not take nothing gets changed in a football game when it comes to conference realignment. Oh, I don't know. I'm not paying that close attention. I'm sorry, guys. I'm too busy. I'm sorry, guys. I'm eating, right? When the fat guy from Minnesota is eating, he's not able to focus enough. I apologize. I don't know what I'm eating little, they call them little sausages. It's really chicken and pork, a mixture of chicken and pork. I'm almost done. I apologize. I usually don't do this, but I've been running late all day. I have been behind schedule all day. So I had my niece Anna visit mother today. So my brother Bill's daughter Anna visited, and her husband visited my mother today. So that was pretty. Anna lives out in California, so that was pretty cool. Devil Frog, destroyer of Vegas money lines. What a natural disaster on live TV. Who does TCU play next, and who does North Carolina play next? Charlotte, Richmond, UCF, and then Clemson for North Carolina. Charlotte, Richmond. Oh, he dropped it. Congratulations, Don Scruggs. My nephew had a beautiful and healthy baby girl. TCU has Abilene Christian and then SMU. Thank you, Devil Frog. Thank you, Vox. I appreciate it. I love you too, sir. Thank you for the massive donation to our show tonight. Very humbled, very, very humbled by you, by your kindness and your generosity. Thank you, Vox. Appreciate it. You have a good one. Brian Murphy, WRAL, North Carolina. What does he say on X? He calls it Chapel Hill. Chapel Hill. He also said 11 minutes ago. This is entering worst case scenario territory for UNC and Belichick. Capacity crowd has thinned out considerably since the break. D-line doing nothing. TCU with receivers open on every play. Brian Murphy, WRAL. This is entering worst case scenario. Oh! $41-7, and it hasn't been that close. And Gio Lopez might be injured. He's at least hurt on that play. He got crushed. Crushed. There's not much left to say. Thanks for coming on in. Keep it chopping. And let's not take away anything from TCU. David Ubin. For better or worse, I think a lot of college football coaches are watching this game and smiling. One ACC coordinator told me this spring, it's really, really important for all of us who have come up in college football to kick his ass this year. It is brutal out there on social media. Absolutely brutal. Absolutely brutal. Adam Rittenberg. Absolutely brutal out there, guys. The fans are leaving. Capacity crowd. Season tickets sold out for every game. I'm just showing you this, guys, because it is that bad. And Max Johnson is in the football game. Max Johnson, who got injured against the Golden Gophers in game 1 last season. Gio Lopez was injured, or at least he got hurt. I don't know if he got injured, but he's a hurting young man. He's now on the sidelines. Hopefully he's not injured too bad, and he's swinging out. TCU, let's not overlook TCU. TCU could be loaded this season, could challenge for the Big 12 championship game. We are going to find out. Thank you, Rod Nix. I don't know what that was. I don't know if that's a fumble. That could be a lateral. That could be TCU's ball. Was that a forward pass? Was that a lateral? They're going to have to review it. They're going to have to review it, ladies and gentlemen. This could be an important play. Max Johnson says it was a forward pass. They're giving it to TCU. This is going to have to be reviewed. This is a white knuckler play, ladies and gentlemen. North Carolina cannot have this play go against them. Forward pass, incomplete. They're going to have to flip this call. That is North Carolina's football, ladies and gentlemen. The refs are screwing with North Carolina. If it wasn't for the refs in this game, this would be a close game, ladies and gentlemen. I think you guys are not. I know you're. I hope nobody's taking this one game and conference realignment does not. I don't even want to talk about it. North Carolina's conference realignment, conference affiliation, does not ride on this game or this season. It doesn't. It doesn't. Same thing with Florida State last year. Same thing with Miami. It doesn't. People are really, they're really, man, a lot of people are overreacting to this football game. This looks like a horrible North Carolina football team this year. Maybe they get a little bit better. Possibly, but I see a lot of comments in the X on my X. I mean, it's all over the place. It's like, wow. Eva Badger. Craig, I know about George Foreman. I had a Foreman grill. I'm in my 50s. Bill looks like he regrets taking the job. Thank you, Eva Badger, for the $5 holler. Okay, you know George Foreman. So does the Badgers have a punching chance? Max Johnson absolutely got crushed, but he completed it. Max Johnson got walloped. So Eva Badger, you do have a chance. You do have a chance. You do. That defense looked outstanding. Go get them, Badgers. Go get the Bama Crimson Tide. Take them out. Take them out, Badgers. This is the one time the Golden Gopher is going to be rooting for a Badger. Take out the Crimson Tide. Be George Foreman. Bama's out there thinking they're Michael Moore. You be George Foreman. Thank you for the $5 holla, Eva Badger. Thank you. Johnson going deep. It's complete. North Carolina down at the 12-yard line. Absolutely. Thank you, Eva Badger. I agree with Devil Frog. This is a killing. North Carolina probably doesn't have a very good team, but TCU might have an excellent team. When you have that accurate of a quarterback like Josh Hoover, TCU has had their defensive woes the last couple of years. Maybe they have corrected them. We're going to find out, but we're not going to have all the answers on week one. We're definitely not going to have all the answers on week one. Rick Olson, Gold Ducks. Oh, geez, TCU is hitting hard out there. TCU is laying the wood. They're closing in on North Carolina receivers. When North Carolina guys making a catch, you got a horned frog coming at them full speed. When TCU makes a catch, it looks like the Tar Heels are running around out there on skates. In my opinion. Mr. Johnson, quarterback. Hands it off. Nothing there. It's going to be 3rd and long, I believe. 3rd and long. Again, thank you for joining us here at Peek Around the Corner, College Football Peek Around the Corner. I appreciate it. We do watch parties every single week. We do the most watch parties in all of college football YouTube channels. It's not even close. We have a lot of fun. A lot of times we do a double watch party where we're doing 2 games at once. You put down your comments in the comment section in real time. You do not have to wait. You see something, say something. Have some fun. We have a lot of fun during the season watching these games together. We watch the playoffs together, the championship games together, some of the bowls together, the conference championship games together, and during the week, we cover all the breaking news in college football. Nationally, everything in college football. So if you love college football, you love everything about college football, please subscribe to our channel and smash the like button if you like our content. Share the video with your family and friends, word of mouth. And I really appreciate you all joining us today. I do appreciate it. I'm very humbled by all the support. I love college football. The PATC family loves college football, even when it's 41-7. There's still drama in a 41-7 football game. There's the Bill Belichick drama. North Carolina has invested a lot of money in Bill Belichick. They're giving him the money for a coaching staff. They've given him the money to have the airplane, recruiting money, NIL money. It's a big gamble to go on Bill Belichick. And to be honest with you, economically, transactionally, it has worked. It's paid off. The season tickets have been sold. But eventually, you're going to have to put the product out on the field. And at least at the beginning of the Bill Belichick era, North Carolina Tar Heel football does not measure up. But again, we'll see as the season goes on. How does North Carolina do in ACC play? We'll find out. Oh, Jason, it's a great question, and unfortunately, I'm not first down Carolina. I'm not smart enough to figure that out. I don't know, Jason. I don't know. I don't know. Arizona State will be in the top 25. Utah will be in the top 25. Kansas going to be sitting there. TCU after this. No, we're not playing the mariachi tonight. No. I even told Mireya that on my 15-minute break when I'm making food for my mother. I said, Mireya, there's not going to be any mariachi music. And she says, I know. Because she knew it was a blowout. BYU. I don't know, though. BYU did not... Well, BYU will be in there. We'll see how BYU does against Stanford. BYU did not... There's probably only one football team worse than Portland State. And that's the team that Minnesota Gophers are playing this Saturday. Northwestern State or something. They're absolutely brutal. So it's hard to know. But it's a good first game for quarterback Bear Bachmeier, right? It's a good first game to get his feet wet. So we don't know. California, like I said at the beginning of the show, I am officially scared for my Golden Gophers, week 3. North Carolina touchdown. I am officially scared of that California quarterback, man. Wow. He looks special. Golden Gophers quarterback looks special. I think it's going to be a fun game to watch. If you want to, September 13th, week 3, 10:30 p.m. Eastern time. 10:30 p.m. Eastern time. 9:30 Central time. Minnesota at California. The Golden Bears versus the Golden Gophers. A game that you never thought you'd want to see. It might be can't miss football. Because the two freshman quarterbacks lit it up in week. They both look good. But I got to tell you, the California quarterback looked sensational. I can't pronounce his name. Palu, I don't know what it is. But he looked like a special dude. So make sure, who does California play this weekend? Who does California play? No, Minnesota will not be ranked. Absolutely not. No, Minnesota will be in the 40s. Who does California play next week? They play Texas Southern. And then they play the Gophers. But Rick Olson, man, I mean, watch the quarterback. Watch how he throws the football. My goodness. He looked great. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're headed into the fourth quarter. Hopefully, this is one of those games where we might not take it to the very end. Thank you, Kerry Goldnose. Appreciate the super chat. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the $1 holla. Appreciate it. They might have another Aaron Rodgers. And if I was them, I would load up the truck and keep that guy. Keep him, baby. I'm going to have to learn how to say his name. He's going to be a story in football. Oh, Kansas has got to be close. Kansas has got, maybe. Kansas is going to be awfully close. Texas Tech is going to be, they're all going to be up there. Texas Tech, Arizona State, BYU, Kansas. Kansas State's out. You can't beat North Dakota 40 seconds left to go. Kansas State is out for now. Which days are you making picks for week 2? Not tomorrow. Because tomorrow is going to be our aftermath show of what happened this week. And I've got other there's other things to talk about. We're probably going to have to go inside the Holy Smokes Theater this week. So nothing imminent. Nothing is imminent at all. But my goodness. Rod Nix is giving me the go-ahead to fluff my pillow. I got Missouri, guys. Jason, look, you're probably happy because I am Greg the Cooler. I went 4-9. No. Yes. I went 4-9. You guys went 5-8. So I'm 5-11 for the season. You guys are 6-10. I got Missouri. I got Missouri in the playoffs. There's not a shot against Kansas. I've got Missouri in the playoffs. I got Missouri finishing 4th in the SEC. I've got them the 11th seed in the playoffs. They get the last large bid. So if Kansas beats Missouri, I know Kansas hates Missouri. Missouri hates Kansas. But if Kansas beats Missouri, it's not just a big win because you beat your hated rival. It's a big win because that puts Kansas in a position, even if they win, even if they lose that Big 12 championship game, beating Missouri gets you an opportunity to get in that large bid in a 10-2 record, 10-3 record, 11-3 record, 11-2 record. Whatever the case. Kansas, a multi-loss season, beating Missouri. Now Kansas could get that at large. So this is big game. Big game. Big game. Brett McMurphy has Minnesota playing BYU in a bowl game. Stormy Cyclone is in the house. Stormy Cyclone. The Cyclones are getting ready. They're getting ready. They're getting ready. They beat the hot guys. They beat the hot guys. They beat the hot guys. Why is Hoover still in the game? Ooh, good question. Good question. Okay, guys, I think we're going to call this a night. This game is over. It's not competitive. It hasn't been competitive in a long time. We are going to talk college football throughout the... There is lots of things to talk about, guys. Lots. And we're not going to get through it all tomorrow on Tuesday. Okay? We're not going to get through it all. It's we're going to mainly do the aftermath show tomorrow. Maybe our picks on Wednesday or Thursday. But we got other things to talk about. There's other things to talk about. So, a lot of drama going on in college football. The season has only just begun, and there's already drama around what is happening in these conferences, what it's looking like for the college football playoffs, 12-team playoffs. You got the re-emergence of Florida State. You got the sliding of Alabama and Kalen DeBoer. You got the Buckeyes, the reigning, defending, undisputed national champions with a big victory. You got Arch Manning. He's got to play better. He has to play better because that was not good. So we got a lot of storylines already picking up steam for 2025. So we have lots to talk about. I appreciate it, old dad. I appreciate everybody coming on in. Let me say thank you to the ones who were so generous in giving us super chats throughout the evening. Carrie Goal Knowles. Thank you so very much, Mr. Seminole. Thank you for all that you have done for our program. Thank you, sir. John Till, thank you very much. Heartbreak 25. Heartbreak 25, thanks once again for your generosity. Joseph Kenneth Maynard, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Christopher Hooter, thank you. Appreciate it very much, Christopher Hooter. Vox Quindaro, a massive super chat. He's got me singing Jayhawk if Kansas beats Missouri. Vox Quindaro has locked it in. So if you want to hear me sing once again, like I did tonight, root for the Kansas Jayhawks to cover at least the spread. If you don't want me to hear, if you don't want to hear me sing, then you got to root for the Missouri Tigers. So thank you, Vox Quindaro. Bill G, thank you so very much. Evil Badger, appreciate it. Appreciate all the great comments in the comments section. Again, if you missed it, before kickoff, about 8 minutes before kickoff, PATC rendition of James Taylor, Carolina in My Mind. I gave you my best shot at it. I sang the song. Go take a listen. Now, is it my fault? Did Greg the Cooler put the cooling effect on North Carolina because I sang that song 8 minutes before kickoff? Is this my fault once again? We'll talk about it tomorrow on our live show. So again, if you're new to the channel or if you haven't done it yet, please subscribe to our channel. Turn on those notifications. We can come on live at any time. Morning, afternoon, nighttime, late nighttime. So you got to be subscribed and you got to turn on your notifications. Until next time, tomorrow. Until next time, from all of us at PATC. To all of you, please, you all take great care of each other. And as always, God, family, Golden Gophers.